Hello sa inyong lahat. If you noticed, wala tayong upload na episode last week, last Friday. Um, if you follow my personal account sa social media, sa Facebook and sa Instagram, you may have seen my post about the passing of our most senior dog, si Sydney. Kung nakikinig kayo ng podcast, meron siyang slight spotlight sa isang podcast episode kasi nag-iingay siya dito sa gilid. Um, so, what happened was the day before the scheduled upload ng episode last week, the vets called us and they mentioned na she passed away na nga and she already crossed the Rainbow Bridge na. So, I decided to postpone na muna yung upload ng episode to give time for us to process everything, to mourn, and to give time to our little baby girl. Ironically, the episode that I was supposed to upload is about a Facebook post of someone who called out certain people who treat pets as their family. Hindi ko lang, parang sobrang timing lang nung yun yung ilalabas kong episode and this happened to us. So with Sydney's passing, lalo lang naging solid yung stance ko regarding this issue. So, I want to apologize for the late upload, pero life's like that. Ganun talaga eh. But here's the episode. I hope that you like it, and thank you so much for your patience. Ano nga ba ang definition ng salitang family? We will talk about that in today's episode. Welcome to Pretty Petty the Podcast. Good day sa lahat ng mga pretty people na nakikinig ngayon. Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Petty the Podcast. And for those who are new to this podcast, ako nga pala ang inyong millennial tito, Tito Alvin, na magbibigay sa inyo ng mga opinyon na hindi nyo naman hinihingi. Mga opinyon at kuro-kuro tungkol sa iba't ibang problema ng ating mga storytellers. Kung saan nais nilang malaman kung ang mga desisyon nila sa buhay ay tama ba o mali. But in this podcast, it's going to be pretty o petty. Kung bago ka lang dito, welcome to the family! And dito sa Pretty Petty the Podcast, family tayong lahat dito. And ironically, tungkol sa family ang pag-uusapan natin today. Pero more of that later. So, bago ang lahat, okay, kung hindi ka pa naka-follow sa podcast na ito, follow nyo na please para ma-notify ka kapag may bago tayong upload na episode. Consider giving us a 5-star rating na rin kasi, why not, di ba? Kung sa YouTube mo naman pinapanood or pinapakinggan itong podcast, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button para ma-notify ka rin for new episodes. So right now, our podcast is literally everywhere. As in, kung saan-saan ang makikita ang podcast natin. Mahanap mo ang podcast sa Spotify, sa YouTube, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast fix. Available din ang podcast on both audio and video format. So kung ano man ang trip mo for this day or for tomorrow, ewan ko sa'yo, we can cater to all of your podcast needs. And tulad ng sabi ko kanina, tungkol sa family ang topic natin for today. Pero hindi problemang pamilya ang pag-uusapan natin. Ang main topic natin for today's discussion is more on the definition of the word family or what you consider as a family. Okay. Sige, medyo mabigat ha, medyo malalim. Okay, bakit natin pag-uusapan yan? So, just recently may naging viral na post sa Facebook about the definition of a family. And a lot of the netizens didn't like that post. Okay? Posibleng nakita nyo na siya, posibleng hindi. Pero ano sa tingin nyo ang sinabi ni Kuya? O, Kuya, so lalaki. Lalaki ang nag-post. Okay, kung nakita nyo na yung Facebook post na yon and nabasa nyo yung mga comments, alam nyo na kung ano yung tinutukoy ko. So, ano ba ang nakalagay sa post na ito? Okay, malalaman natin yan sa ating next segment we call Storytime! Alright, ito, maiksi lang ang story time natin kasi babasahin ko lang yung Facebook post niya, kung ano yung nilalaman ng Facebook post, okay? So, here it goes. And I quote, I saw this video where a couple is basically romanticizing the idea that they're dinks or dual income, no kids, but treat their kittens and or dogs as their own babies and then refer to themselves as fur parents. To that, we, and then open and close parentheses, Christians say, be fruitful and multiply. Make your own babies, leave a legacy, and create human beings that have eternal souls with their own unique characteristics as people made in the image of God. Stop role-playing to be a family. Be one. End of quote. Ooh, loaded. Okay, napaka-loaded ng mga binitawang salita ni Kuya sa post niya. Pero bago kayo mag-react dyan, okay, magdi-disclaimer lang muna ako ha. Mahirap na, baka i-bash na naman ako. Okay, the things you will hear from this point forward are solely my opinion and based on my own experiences, my own beliefs, my own research. We may have the same ideas or we may belong to different schools of thought. The things that you will hear in this episode does not mean to discredit any religious belief or teachings. I'm just gonna open the table of discussion coming from my own point of view. If you disagree to anything that I will mention, that's totally fine. Okay lang yan. I totally respect that. So, here I am, okay, hoping that you will respect mine as well. Okay? Let's start? Okay. Tulad ng sabi ko kanina, medyo loaded yung mga binitawang salita ni Kuya. Okay, wag na natin banggitin kung ano yung pangalan niya, no? Basta si Kuya pangalan niya. For me, medyo mabigat yung mga binitawan niyang salita and it may be interpreted as borderline offensive by some people. Siguro simulan na lang natin yung discussion kung saan siya nanggagaling. Okay, ano yung pinanggagalingan niya? Ano ba yung mga hugot niya kung bakit niya nasabi yon? Okay. So, bilang internet sleuth, okay, I checked his profile sa Facebook. And his feed, yung Facebook feed niya, ay filled with religious posts. So, I guess it's safe to say na he came from a very religious background. Okay, binanggit din naman niya sa post niya na isa siyang Christian. So, obviously, his opinion on the matter came from a very religious point of view. So now, alam na natin ang pinanggagalingan niya. It's going to be easier for us to understand his point of view. Okay, dito naman sa podcast, hindi lang tayo one-sided. Well, may pagka one-sided ng konti. Pero we try to understand the other side or the other point of view. Okay. Ano ba ang pinapoint out niya sa pinost niya? Ito na, okay, game. Sabi niya kasi, may nakita siyang video ng dink couple. Okay? D-I-N-K, couple. O yung mga couple na double income, no kids. Okay? Kaya nga dink, double income, no kids. Ibig sabihin, yung couple or mag-asawa ay parehong may trabaho at may income, pero walang anak. Okay? Kuya claims na these dink couples are romanticizing the idea of having pets as their babies and consider themselves as a family. Okay. I'm gonna be real with all of you. Magpapakatotoo ko sa inyo. The first time I read this, shocked ang face ng tito nyo. Ha? Paano yung shock? Huh? Ganyan. Charot. I cannot believe kasi na kahit 2024 na, may mga tao pa rin talagang ganito mag-isip. Okay? Tinanong ko yung sarili ko, sinong nanakit kay kuya? Okay? Kuya, who hurt you? Okay? Who hurt you, Kuya Kerr? Bakit parang ang laki ng galit niya sa mga ding couples at sa mga taong kinoconsider ang pets as babies or part of the family? Ramdam ko yung, hindi galit yung nararamdaman ko eh. Pero more on yung disappointment niya towards these types of people. Then, after I check his profile, so napuntahan ko yung profile, in-stalk ko ng konti, I somewhat understood why and where he is coming from. Kasi, based from my experience, may mga tao talagang lumaki sa mga ideologies ng church na kinalakihan nila. So, kung Catholic ka, kung Protestant, kung INC ka, so may mga tao talagang may ganong klaseng belief and it's solely based on the religion that they grew up with. Okay? Don't get me wrong ha, wala namang masama doon. There's nothing wrong with that. That is their belief and I highly respect that. Na-notice ko lang, ako lang to. Posibleng mali ako, pero ako lang to. I see this to only some of these mga saradong relihiyosong tao na sometimes I can't help but feel na merong sense of superiority against other people na taliwas or against sa belief nila. Anong ibig ko sabihin dyan? Alam niyo yung feeling na keso sila yung tama and the rest who doesn't share the same belief is mali. Okay? Ganyan yung nararamdaman ko. Sana, okay? Mali ako sa nafe-feel ko na to. Sana I'm wrong and that I am interpreting it differently. Pero by the end of the day, they are free naman to believe in what they want to believe. I just hope that they don't force those beliefs to other people. Okay? Hindi nila ini-impose sa ibang tao yung belief nila. Okay? So having that said, some of you, okay, yung iba sa inyo may argue na you might say na I don't want kuya to force his beliefs on me and to other people. So why am I forcing what I believe to him? Kasi parang gano'n yung nangyayari. Ayaw kong ifo-force nila sa akin yung belief nila, pero parang fino-force ko yung belief ko sa kanya. Di ba? May ganung klaseng argument. Lilinawin ko lang. Nananahimik naman ang mundo. Everyone is just dealing with their own shit until kuya posted this online. Okay? Hindi naman siya inaano ng mga dinks eh. Hindi nga siya kilala ng mga dinks na tinutukoy niya. Okay? Hindi siya inaano. Pero ito siya, here he comes parading his thoughts to the world. Yes, to the world. Okay? Bakit to the world? Kasi nakapublic ang post niya sa Facebook. Meaning anybody can see it and anybody can react. Was it accidentally posted as public or was it intentional? I guess you will never know. Sa kanya manggagaling yun and hindi natin malalaman. Now that I mentioned this, mas lalo ko tuloy na appreciate yung mga friends ko nung high school. Okay, just to share with you all, so ito na yung segment natin ng mga kwento ni Tito Alvin. Charot. Just to share with everybody, I studied high school sa New Era University. And I believe everybody knows naman na ang New Era University ay isang school founded by the INC or Iglesia ni Cristo. So understandably, almost all of my friends, okay, kung hindi lahat, 90%. Okay, pero majority of my friends were INCs. During my time kasi, when I was in high school, they still allow non-INCs to enroll and study sa New Era. Pero ngayon kasi hindi ko alam kung allowed pa din. Ang pagkakaalam ko hindi na ata. Pero I might be wrong. Kung alam nyo, mga pretty people, let me know. Okay, comment kayo sa episode na to. And then, let me know kung nag-a-accept pa sila ng non-INCs. Pero last time I checked, hindi na. Hindi na sila nag-a-accept ng non-INCs. During the course of our 30 plus years of friendship and counting, never naman kami nagkaroon ng conflict when it comes to religious beliefs. Parang meron kaming silent agreement na we respect each other's beliefs and that we won't force anyone to jump ship or cross over to the other religion. Never naman nila akong pinilit mag-convert and never ko din silang pinaniwala sa Christmas at kumain ng dinuguan. Andun yung mutual respect namin sa isa't isa. Just to dig deeper on that thought, no? My best friend, hello Quartz, I hope you're listening. My best friend is an INC and never in our entire lives na kinumpara namin yung religion ng bawat isa. I mean, as long as we do good with each other, as long as we respect each other as a person, para sa amin okay na yun eh. Okay na yun. Okay, masaya naman yung mga buhay namin pare-pareho. Actually, magbabakasyon pa nga kami this coming April eh. So I'm so excited. Okay. Pero ang point ko dito is, we may have different religions, pero hindi namin pinafeel sa bawat isa that the other person is inferior just because they belong in a different religious group. Pantay-pantay ang tingin namin sa bawat isa. Kaya ako nasabi na for some of those people na sobrang saradong religyoso, I can't help but feel the superiority above everyone else. Now, if we are going to look at the biblical definition of a family, may point naman si Kuya Kerr. Okay? I can't believe I'm doing this. Pero according sa Bible, okay, according to the Holy Bible, the family is the foundational institution of society ordained by God. It is constituted by marriage and is composed of persons related to one another by marriage, blood, or adoption. The family is a fundamental institution of human society. Okay, so having that definition from the Bible, valid naman ang argument ni Kuya. 100% valid. That a family consists of a man and a woman and their children, either by blood or by adoption. Hindi naman sinabi dun sa definition na yun na kasama ang pets, mga aso nyo, pusa, ibon, isda, mga kamilyon, gagamba, ahas, yan, hindi man kasama yon. So, if I'm going to base it on the biblical definition, I will agree with Kuya Kerr. Hands down, agree ako sa kanya. Pero, dito na papasok ang problema. Some people will argue that the biblical definition is not encompassing all people of all walks of life. Lalim, no? Encompassing. So, tatanungin ko kayo do you agree? Kaya lang baka hindi nyo nag-gets yung encompassing. Ibig kong sabihin, hindi niya nasasakop, tama ba yung term ko, nasasakop, hindi niya nasasaklaw lahat ng klase ng tao, lahat ng klaseng experience, hindi niya covered. Parang ganon. In a nutshell, parang ganon yung meaning ng encompassing. So, do you agree ba doon? For example, not all people believe in the same Bible. Mga Muslims, iba naman yung Holy Scripture nila, di ba? Yung iba, may different Holy Scripture na sinusunod. Yung iba naman, agnostic. Or yung mga lumaking walang pinaniniwala ang religion. Or walang religion at all. Okay? Yung iba naman, they're still trying to find the group that they feel is right for them. Yung buhay natin ay very diverse and hindi lahat papasok sa biblical definitions ng family. Kasi iba-iba tayo ng fina-follow na concept religiously. Now, kung gagamitin natin yung definition na yan as an example, okay, yung man, woman, children, does that mean na yung couples who cannot bear children and chose not to adopt cannot be considered as a family? Diba? Loophole? Paano yung mga hindi magkaanak? scientifically hindi magkakaanak, tas ayaw nila mag-ampon. So, hindi sila pwedeng makonsider as family kasi walang isang kulang yung um, structure. Nanay, tatay lang, walang anak. Gets nyo ba? Nagigets nyo ba yung sinasabi ko? Kasi hindi sila magkakaanak eh. Based nga sa definition, a family consists of a man, woman, and children. If I'm not mistaken, dyan nagalit yung karamihan ng mga netizen kasi they feel that yung post ni Kuya Kerr is very insensitive to women who cannot bear children. And my point naman, di ba? Paano nga naman yung hindi magkaanak? Hindi na sila pwedeng, wala na silang pwedeng tawagin family, parang gano'n. Another example, paano naman yung mga single parent? May mga anak sila, pero either wala yung tatay or wala yung nanay. Okay? For different circumstances and reasons, wala yung nanay, wala yung tatay. May mga single mothers din na naging nanay due to sexual abuse and rape. Okay? But they still chose na palakihin yung bata. Hindi na ba sila pwedeng i-consider as a family? Na kung tutuusin, biktima lang sila ng circumstances? Diba? Hindi ko magets yung logic ni Kuya Kerr kung ganito na yung sitwasyon ng patao nung pamilya or nung tao, nung pinagsasabihan niya. Ito, another example. Ito, medyo controversial to ha. Pero I'm sure nangyayari to. I'm very sure nangyayari to. Paano yung mga same-sex couple who chose to adopt a child? Can they consider themselves as a family? Normally, yes, they would. Pero si Kuya, parang hindi. Kasi, based sa definition ni Kuya, a family for him is a man, a woman, and children. Paano kung dalawa kayong man or dalawa kayong woman, pero may anak kayo, nag-ampon kayo, hindi pa rin kayo considered as a family? Where in fact, the intention of adopting a child is to helping that child grow up with guardians. Kesa lumaki silang orphans at walang kinikilalang guardians. Maganda intentions, di ba? Tapos ipagkakait natin yung na matawag nila yung core na yun as family. Medyo malabo for me. Medyo hindi ko maintindihan. So, where am I getting at ba? Okay, in this day and age, napaka-diverse na ng mga tao, especially the way they think, their situations in life, yung mga life circumstances nila, sobrang diverse. And not everybody belongs to just one religion. Some people doesn't even believe in the concept of religion. So who are we to impose the biblical definition to them if they do not share the same beliefs and concepts? Diyan ngayon papasok yung social definition ng family. Okay, ano ba yung sabi ng mga sociologist tungkol sa definition ng family? Sociologists tend to define family more in the terms of the manner in which members relate to one another than on a strict configuration of status roles. Okay, in other words, padaliin natin, family is based on the emotional connection, okay, of the members. Hindi siya based on the strict configuration like father, mother, and children. So, walang strict configuration, walang gender roles, walang ganon. As long as you have emotional connection with another person, you can consider them as family. Okay. Hindi ko sure kung familiar kayo, pero if you're familiar with the drag show, RuPaul's Drag Race, or yung local sa Philippines na Drag Din, basically, it's a reality show na ang cast ay drag queens. Usually on these shows, dito ko naririnig yung mga struggles ng mga drag artists kung saan yung mga biological family nila dinisown sila. Okay? Kumbaga, ano ba ang Tagalog ng disown? Hindi na sila kinilalang anak. Pero may ibang term pa din. Pero you know what I'm talking about. Kung dinisown sila nung parents sila o ng guardian nila, tapos sa ibang tao na sila lumaki. Okay? Or lumaki sila ng walang magulang, etc. So because of that, they tend to look for people who will love them unconditionally just like how a normal family would do. Okay, hindi nila nakukuha sa biological family nila yung pagmamahal na gusto nilang makuha eh. So they will tend to find people that they can connect with emotionally, they can confide their problems, celebrate happy moments, similar to what you would do with a typical family structure. Yun na yung kinonsider nilang family. Kasi they can connect with these people emotionally kahit hindi sila magkakadugo. Usually, kaya nga may tinatawag silang drag mother, drag sister, kasi yun na yung mga kasama niya everyday. Okay? Sila na yung tumutulong sa isa't isa. Another example, ito naman, figuratively. Okay? Di ba, kapag may bago tayong work, pumasok ka sa bagong work or sumali ka sa isang org, madalas sasabihin sa'yo ng boss mo or ng leader nyo na, don't be shy to ask for help or tell your problems kasi we are one family here. Isang pamilya tayo dito. Okay? Hindi kayo magkakadugo sa opisina, pero posible na you will get that strong emotional connection with your office mates or org mates or whatnot. And you start considering them as your family. Especially kung mag-isa ka na lang sa buhay. Usually, mga friends mo, sila na lang yung mga nakakasama mo mga office mates mo, sila yung madalas mong kasama. So, sila na yung family mo. Okay? Dito na din papasok yung situation ng mga fur parents. Naku, ito, matindi sa akin to kasi fur parent din ako meron akong 3 makukulit na dogs. So, I consider myself as a fur parent. Okay? And to be honest with you, I've considered them as my family. Okay? Like any other fur parent, you devote your time, your money, your effort, emotions with your pets. Okay? Di ba nga kapag, knock on wood, one of your dogs crosses the rainbow bridge, kadalasan todo iyak tayo. Di ba? Hindi tayo makamove on, hindi tayo makagalaw. We cannot function really well for that day or several days. Kasi we are emotionally invested with them and because we consider them as family already. Hindi lang yan. Kadalasan, imbes na gastusin mo yung pera mo para sa sarili mo, ipambibili mo na lang yung pera mo ng dog treats, catnip, mga scratching post, damit ng pets, dog food, etc. Okay, andun yung unconditional love na tinatawag na yung perang ipangkakain mo sa sarili mo, minsan ibibigay mo na lang sa fur babies mo. Tama? Yung mga fur parents dyan, di ba? Aminin nyo, di ba? Kakainin nyo na lang minsan, ay, ang cute ng damit, sige, bilhin na natin kahit wala akong pera. Ganon. So, andun yung unconditional love. Hindi man nabibigay nung pet sa'yo yung same level of connection that a person would do, but they give out a certain level of emotion that we can connect to. Nagigets nyo? Hindi same level ng sa tao, but there is an emotional connection nonetheless. So, kung titignan ko yung sociological definition ng family, tapos, mababasa mo yung post ni Kuya, magngingit-ngit ka talaga sa galit. Diba? Kasi ako nagalit talaga ako. Aaminin ko na. Nagalit talaga ako. Like, what the hell is this? Like, what the F? WTF ka, Kuya? Okay? Ang tumakbo sa isip ko talaga is, who are you to tell other people as to who can they consider as family? Alam mo ba yung struggles nila in life? Alam mo ba yung pinagdadaanan nila? Most likely, hindi. Hindi mo alam. Hindi ka familiar. Tapos tatanggalin mo pa sa kanila yung right to call whoever they want to call as family. Di ba nakakagalit? Parang, sino ka ba? Hindi ka naman Diyos. Hindi ka naman presidente. Normal ka lang naman tao just like the others. Pero again, but parang may sense of hindi entitlement I don't wanna say it's entitlement pero may sense of righteousness na siya yung tama and the rest is mali. Tulad ng sabi ko kanina. Siguro if we are talking about religious definitions and the definitions of family in the law, okay, tungkol sa batas, yes, ang family ay married couple and their children. Okay, yun talaga yung structure. Kailangan naman talagang i-define yan na ganyan. Okay, to make things organized and controlled, especially kung batas pampamilya yung pinag-uusapan. Benefits, yung mga in and outs ng mga family code, kailangan may structure. So, naiintindihan ko yung married couple and their children. Pero in a social setting, with every human lives are layered differently, let's not take it away from them kung sino ang gusto nilang ituring na pamilya. Siguro, isa din sa mga nagpainit ng ulo ko at ulo ng mga netizens is yung choice of words sa post ni Kuya. Especially yung last part, yung last line na, stop role-playing to be a family. Like, excuse me? Role-playing? Who's role-playing here? Okay, medyo masakit yung accusation niya sa mga tao who treat their pets as family na nagro-roleplay lang. Alam mo yun, parang kuya, hindi naman to parang yung iniisip kong role-playing na magdadamit kang nurse, sexy nurse, ganyan, or fireman, hindi ganon. Hindi ganong role-playing. Laro-laro yun. Ito, hindi to laro. Kasi inisip niya kasi parang laro lang ang lahat. Let me tell you that taking care of pets, okay, it's not just a game. Pets also have lives and emotions, and this is something that pet owners doesn't treat very lightly. It's not a game for us to role play in, kasi for most of us, it's our life. Our pets are our life. Ngayon, isa pa sa mga tanong ng mga netizens ay, siya ba ang bubuhay sa pamilya ng iba? Ini-encourage niya yung mga tao to multiply, to have children. Bakit? Siya ba magbabayad ng pagpapalaki doon sa mga bata? Ang lakas daw ng loob niyang sabihin na we should bear children, pero in this economy, is having kids really feasible? Based sa mga comments, alam ko wala pa siyang asawa. Wala pa siyang anak. Wala pa nga siyang girlfriend eh. Nabasa ko yung sa comment, parang meron lang siyang pinupursue na girl. So, technically, hindi niya pa alam ang hirap and struggles of raising a family. So, siguro hindi pa niya talaga alam yung difficulty. Kaya nasasabi niya yung mga ganitong bagay. Ito madalas ko naririnig sa mga friends ko na may mga anak na ang mahal magpalaki ng bata ngayon. You know, baby pa lang, ang dami mo ng gastos, like from diapers, ano pa ba, doctor's check-up, baby food, vitamins, etc. Baby pa lang yan Tapos kapag nag-start na silang mag-aral, kaya babayaran mo na yung tuition fee, pamasahe, school bus, gamit sa school, uniform, books, allowance. Wala pa doon yung utilities mo, electricity, water, bill, groceries. Wala pa din doon yung leisure mo. Kaya hindi ko masisisi yung ibang married couples na instead of mag-anak, mag-alaga na lang ng pusa or aso. Either for life, yun na yung gagawin nila, or for now, pag-alaga muna tayo ng pusa at aso, mag-ipon tayo ng pera to be prepared pag nag-anak na tayo. Kasi in this state of the economy, mas pipiliin mo na lang talagang mag-alaga ng pet kaysa mag-anak. So having said that, bakit hindi na lang natin silang hayaan na tawagin nila yung mga sarili nila as a family? Kasi hindi naman tayo ang gagastos para mabuhay sila Sila pa rin naman, di ba? So bigyan na natin yung right na yun sa kanila. Wag na natin tanggalin yun sa kanila. Pero ito pa, natawa ko dun sa isang sagutan sa comment section. May isa kasing si ate girl mo na galit. Medyo mapanakit ang kanyang mga salita kasi siya galit na galit. Kumbaga si ate against sa ideology ni kuya. So nilatag niya yung thoughts niya as to why she thinks kuya is very wrong. Tapos itong si kuya may isang knight in shining armor din sa comment section. Nag-reply dun sa comment ni ate. Kaya ang sinabi ni nung knight in shining armor, opinion niya yan. Walang pakilamanan. Okay. Eto si ate triggered nga, di ba? Nag-reply. Okay? Medyo mahaba yung reply niya, pero yung reply niya is along the lines of walang pakilamanan Eh, di ba siya tong unang nakialam sa buhay ng may buhay? Nananahimik yung mga tao minding their own business. Tapos pakikialaman niya saying that they should stop role-playing as a family. Wala naman silang ginagawang masama, pero eto siya, sharing his intrusive thoughts. Ayan. Diyos ko, magre-reply sana ako. Gagatungan ko pa sana. Kaso naka-off na yung comments eh. Nahuli ako sa pagpunta dun sa post eh. Kaya hindi na ako makapatol, hindi na ako makareply. Kaya dinala ko na lang dito sa podcast. We have reached the part of the podcast where we determine if Kuya is pretty or petty. The time has come for you to know your verdict. I would say that you, Kuya, are petty to the highest level. Kuya, I don't have any problems with you sharing your thoughts and beliefs. This is a free country and you have the right to do so. Pero sana, when sharing your thoughts, okay, pag-isipan mong mabuti and make sure that you choose your words nicely. Don't make accusations that people are just role-playing to be a family without knowing their struggles. In a religious setting, your post makes a lot of sense. But in the social setting, your post is borderline insensitive and out of touch with the realities of life. There's nothing wrong in believing in the teachings of your church. But remember that there is a world out there, outside the four walls of your congregation with different beliefs and upbringing. Just like you, tao din sila. It's just so happen that we believe in different things. And that's the end of episode 26 and hindi ko in-expect that this will be a very serious episode. Medyo triggered ako ng konti. Okay, medyo triggered tayo ng konting ganyan. Pero to be honest, I'm controlling myself, especially sa mga words na pwede kong masabi kasi I still don't want to offend other people. And if in case that you are offended with anything that I've said, well, I guess we can just agree to disagree. Kaya naman, don't forget to share this episode or podcast using the hashtag PrettyPettyThePodcast. Share nyo na din yung mga reels and podcast clips na nare-release natin sa Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Share nyo naman guys, para mandagdagan yung mga nakikinig sa atin tsaka followers natin. Soon enough, ma-reach na natin yung 1,000 downloads or streams sa Spotify. So meaning, yung podcast natin are played almost 1,000 times na. Okay, malapit na yan. Ngayon, nasa parang 800 times na yan. So babalitaan ko kayo kapag naka 1,000 na tayo. If you haven't followed this podcast yet, please follow us on Spotify or YouTube or both. And i-follow nyo na din yung mga socials natin sa Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow our socials by going to this link. It's linktr.ee/prettypettythepodcast. Ulitin ko, linktr.ee/prettypettythepodcast. Ngayon naman, kung meron kang kwentong similar dito na gusto mong i-share dito sa podcast, isubmit mo na ang story mo sa ating story submission form. Okay? Hindi mo kailangan ng audio recording dyan. Okay? Type nyo lang yung kwento nyo. Okay? Punta muna kayo doon sa story submission form. Type nyo yung story nyo. Pwede kayo maging anonymous doon. Gawa kayo yung sarili nyong nickname. Tapos, kami nang bahala sa mga susunod na mangyayari. Okay? We will do the rest. Also, if you are a brand looking for brand partnership and collaboration, please send us an email at prettypettythepodcast@gmail.com. And with that, lagi nating tatandaan to always stay pretty at huwag maging petty. Bye! Kinausap ko yung kapatid ko regarding sa pangangati ng ilong. Siya din daw nangangati ilong niya. So feeling ko nasa lahi namin, hindi dahil sa mga ganito-ganito. Nasa lahi namin na pag nagsasalita na matagal kumakati ang ilong. Ewan ko ba.